OMT Online Dynasty, we are back here for week 1 with your Old Dominion Monarchs, obviously on bye, but we are still going to have a game of the week featuring 2 newer users to the Dynasty, one brand new with a brand new team, Gravediggers and his Louisiana Tech Bulldogs taking on Spoofman in the Fresno State Bulldogs. A whole lot of Bulldogs here in college football, so we'll take a look at the teams. Fair warning, there is a lot going on the Gravediggers stream, so we're going to jump around a little bit more. We had a total of 4 user games this week. We've got highlights from one of them, so we'll use those for game breaks, and then during halftime we'll go over and see how all the other user games went. We only had footage of the 2. So first things first, let's go take a look at the depth charts of these 2 teams. Now, Louisiana Tech, we are actually going to be playing. ODU is in week 2. Typically, I am going to try to avoid that, doing a game of the week of the team we're going to be playing the following week, but it does kind of work as a scouting report, and again, the options were fairly limited here in week 1. So let's just start with Gravediggers Bulldogs. He will be in the Arizona State offense, 4-3 multiple defense. Let's see the squad he's working with. So Gravediggers took over Louisiana Tech just before the transfer portal, so I'm hoping he was able to get some guys. It's obviously he's going to be a little bit behind the 8 ball here in his first season, considering we've all had 2 years already to build up our squad, but 67 overall honestly isn't that bad. He's got a good pipeline with Louisiana Tech. I think it won't be too long till he gets his boys all the way in there and fully ready to go. He's got a very solid quarterback here with Ricky Collins, 82 overall, 89 speed, 91 excel, 92 agility. We'll have to see if he's actually going to, if he uses that speed, if he has a whole lot of quarterback runs. He's got the abilities for it for sure. Downhill, option king, got extender, mobile resistance. Very, very good quarterback Louisiana Tech is working with here. At halfback, Braylon Russell, gold shifty, gold armbar, silver head first, silver downhill. Yowza, that is quite the that's quite the quarterback halfback combo for a guy who just took over his team. He got into that office and went straight to work down in Ruston, Louisiana. He got his boys ready. At wide receiver, solid. All around solid, kind of like ours, honestly. Not a ton of speed, but a good balance, 391 speeds and 90 speed with that quarterback, with that halfback. I think he's put together this offense pretty well for such a short time. Tight end is fine. We'll just kind of flip through the offensive line here really quick. We're really not expecting a whole heck of a lot, and there isn't a whole heck of a lot. Kind of the same thing with defense. I'd be surprised if we have too many superstars on this side of the ball. We do have a grip breaker and a pocket disruptor at D-tackle. That's pretty nice. Sam linebacker, we got good speed here with Alonzo Jackson Jr., 6'1", 87 speed. We also have an 84 speed with house call, Cole Watson. Considering the house call, I wonder if we're going to be playing Watson above Jackson. I don't know. I don't know how much of a difference something like house call actually makes. But I would definitely use those 2 before any of these Mike linebackers. Bouncer, I don't think does a whole heck of a lot. It's what zone chucks fatigue the receiver. Have you ever zone chucked anybody in your life? I don't think so. So the Sam linebackers look pretty good. The Mike and Will, not quite as much, but there's only so much you can do in one off season. Corners, we have a gold robber on Jordan Piero, only 5'9", 88 speed, but I think that gold robber is going to make up for quite a bit. We've got a 93 speed Rakeem Meander here, 89 speed with house call. So all his corners are very short, 5'8", 5'8", 5'8", 5'9". We'll see if that comes into play at all throughout the game here. Free safety, house call and robber is great, but boy, that 81 speed is rough on our free safety. But again, there's only so much he could do over one off season. Looks like prioritize the offense, which makes sense. I do want to see who his sub linebackers are. He's got Deckard and Carter in there. Interesting. I don't know about that. Personally, I think you'd be better off taking those, was it the Sam linebackers? Yeah, taking these 2 and making them your sub linebackers. But I don't know what kind of defense he really runs. I've never really seen. I've seen him play a little bit in other dynasties. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty similar. If he's running heavier defenses, it doesn't matter who your sub linebackers are. So we'll see what kind of defense he's going to be coming out in and see if that really makes a difference. So that's Louisiana Tech and Gravediggers. Let's go check out Spoofman's Fresno State. We're going to have Jaden Howie Mandel leading the way, 76 overall, 80 speed, 86 excel, resistance and step up. So a couple of good abilities there. Quarterback advantage, Louisiana Tech, I think. Halfback, Deion Rivers. This guy is very, very good. Safety valve takeoff, 360, 90 speed, 93 excel. A small guy, 5'6", 180. But we know he can do a lot of damage, especially in the passing game. So something for us to keep an eye on here with Fresno State. At wide receiver, we do have a 93 speed Jaleel Diehard McLean. A couple 90 speeds here, Jordan Malaulu. I'm pretty sure that's how I said it last time. I'm going to stick with it again. But 380 plus overall receivers, 390 plus speed receivers, not too shabby. I'm guessing these are only the only three that are really going to be playing for Fresno State. And hope those boys can stay healthy for us. Tight end, not looking too hot here. Gavin Correa, 73 speed. 6'4", 227 is pretty good size, but need a little bit more speed there at our tight end spot. A nice left guard here with pocket shield and PA shield. Let's see, anybody else on the line? Nope. Anybody on defense? We got a couple quick jumps. We love to see that. We love our quick jumps. Silver quick jump on Corey Kelly, a bronze on Demarion White. Let's see our other edge. We have a takedown, and there's Demarion White again. So we got 2 quick jumps and a takedown on our edges. We got a pocket disruptor and hammer on our starting D tackle, and of course workhorse. We're going to see that just everywhere. Every D tackle in the game gets workhorse apparently, and a grip breaker. So really solid defensive line for Fresno. Check out the linebackers here. CJ Lake, another bouncer. Again, I think that's, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't think bouncer is really worth anything. I like he's got 4 very solid Mike linebackers. Bouncer, robber, mainly the robber, knockout, pretty good speeds, Kavion Thunderbird, one of the best names in the entire game. I like his linebacker group. I like his defensive line. So far, so good on this Fresno defense. And I like the height here. 6'2" on BD, 88 speed, 5'11", but silver house call on Sammy Hunter, 91 speed with house call on Cam Cole, 5'10", 94 speed on Ashley, 92 speed. Okay, I'm liking what we're seeing out of this Fresno defense here so far. Another house call, a house call robber on Grimes. I'd be tempted to switch these two. He's faster and has house call and robber, and maybe you could use Tierney as a sub linebacker, but your linebackers are pretty good. And shout out Tierney from DeKalb, Illinois. Go Huskies. Strong safety. I couldn't play this guy at strong safety personally. 5'11", only 80 speed. I'd probably move a corner and have him actually start up there somewhere. But let's see. His defense is going to be 4-2-5, so it's going to use a lot of sub linebackers. We've got Thunderbird and Bernard in those spots. Slot corner is going to be Beatty. Okay, so I really like Fresno's defensive line. I like their linebackers. I like their corners. The safeties, maybe we could move around a little bit. But overall, a couple solid teams. Spoof Man is going to be in the Fresno State offense, I believe, and the 4-2-5 defense. Gravediggers, Arizona State 4-3 multiple. And again, fair warning, there's a lot going on Gravedigger's screen. So we're just going to be jumping around this game a little bit. We're going to have the game breaks. We'll have the halftime update of all the other user games. All that covered. All that said, I think we're ready. Let's get into it. Gravediggers, Spoof Man, Louisiana Tech at Fresno State. Let's get going. We're going to just jump in here about 30 seconds into the game. A big 3rd and 6 early for Fresno. You hate to start the game with a 3 and out, especially at home. We've got some stunts coming in. Looks like either some man or some match. We take the drag to the Givens tree, taking it outside, down the sideline, inside the 30-yard line. Huge gain for Howie Mandel and this Fresno State offense to get this one started from a potential 3 and out to a gigantic gain and straight into scoring position. Love to see that kind of stuff from the Bulldogs. And I'm trying to see what kind of defense we're running here. Looks like just, yeah, it was definitely a shaded underneath drop zone. We're taking a deep shot against those Louisiana Tech safeties, that small secondary, trying to just dunk on them there. Unable to. Ball falls down, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 27. He is setting some, okay. Considering we're in the Rice offense, I do want to see how he's setting these two. We are cheating a little bit here. So Fresno staying in some pistol offense against some cover 4 match, trying to hit that RPO, but that quarter flat, able to fly out there and bring them down. Now another 3rd and medium for the Bulldogs. At least now we're in scoring range. We're not in danger of going 3 and out, but we are going to be coming out in some pistol wing slot. Interesting. And some more, no, shaded underneath cover 4 this time. So he's kept match. He shaded underneath a couple times. Deep middle, that's the problem with shading underneath. That users got to get back to that. He was pretty dang close. It was a good effort. I think that's just, we need that little extra speed on our linebacker there to be able to get back and actually make a play on it. But instead, Fresno now 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, looking to jump up early. I do love a checkerboard end zone. I'm a sucker for a checkerboard end zone, so shout out Fresno State for that. Gives it to Dion Rivers. He's able to get outside, past the diving defender. Touchdown, Bulldogs, but the Fresno State version And with that, we'll take it to our first game break of the day here of Wes in his Tulsa Golden Hurricanes going against Rhett in his FIU Panthers. FIU got off to a rough start going against the defending national champions last week, now trying to get some vengeance on the Mountain West. But Tulsa's got the ball, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first and 10 at the 10-yard line, looking to get this one started right, looking to keep that Mountain West supremacy going over our beloved Sun Belt Conference, sending a little motion over to the right, dropping back to pass. Blitzer looked like he was coming in. They did actually do a good job picking it up, and big boy number 87 boxes him out and catches that corner out for the Tulsa touchdown, starting that one off 7-0 for the Golden Hurricanes. Now Louisiana Tech drops 1 yard on that first play there. I believe that was a halfback direct. I didn't fully see. I had the game break going. 2nd and 11 now, going with some empty for Louisiana Tech, going with a little flood out there to the right, hits that corner out, little spin move there by Jay Simon, able to get him an extra yard or two. We take those. Much like the last one, I'm going to mostly watch their first drives. I think we missed the first play for Fresno or something like that. Just get an idea of what we can expect throughout the game, then we'll start jumping around a little bit more. So again, overloading that left side with some routes, stemming down that corner over there. See, corner's not there. Out route is, though. Just take that little dump down to number 85, Dylan. Too hip to be square. Dylan Hip right there, picking up 8. Louisiana Tech getting the ball moving here. Going to a little bit of single back. Okay, I like mixing in a little under center, mixing in a bunch of different formations. We've seen empty, now we're going a little heavier with some single back stuff. I like it, and a little motion dive, see if those big boys up front can hold. We got a star halfback, we got an absolute stud halfback there with Braylon Russell. Anytime we're getting him in the ball, we're doing something all right. Louisiana Tech already on Fresno State's side of the 50 here to the 44. Back in some single back, looks like it's going to be another run to our guy Braylon Russell. It is indeed, this time Fresno State sniffs that one out all over, brings him down only for a gain of 2. Gravedigger's looking to air this one back out again, stemming up that curl. Gosh, those deep curls are just so hard to stop. Let's see if we're going quick underneath. He's got his halfback wide open. Put the Fresno State spoof man's user a little bit in a blender there as a huge stiff arm from that's Jermaine Price catching that one, throwing the defender off him. Get off me, little man, putting Louisiana Tech right in the red zone. Great answer back here after that opening drive from Fresno. A little bunch wide, this looks like, from Louisiana Tech. I didn't see what the play call was. I believe it was a run. It is indeed. Going back to our guy Braylon Russell. Fresno, they've been doing a good job staying on that run. Hate to see the defensive tackle getting hurt. That was definitely one of the strong points of that Fresno depth chart. But at least we do have good depth in that position. If I keep wanting to say the Bulldogs, but they're both the freaking Bulldogs. So I got to say Louisiana Tech and Fresno State every time. Going a little 4 verticals here down at the 18-yard line. Probably just looking for the halfback, and we got him. Absolutely got him. Right back to Braylon Russell again, getting just shedding the tackle like it's not even there. Picking up a gain of 5, 3rd and 3, ball at the 11. See if we're going to go back to a power run here. Looks like it. Well, maybe not a power run, but definitely a run. We'll see which one he ended up choosing. Against a double mug look here on defense. Okay, so it's the quarterback run. We knew it was a run. Once he motions the halfback out, I guess that's going to have to go to that quarterback. And Howie Mandel. No, that's Fresno State's quarterback. That's Ricky Collins, the quarterback for Louisiana Tech. Picking up the first down there. 1st and goal now. Ball at the 8. Just about a minute to go here in the first. Very good response here from Louisiana Tech. Coming back out in our shotgun. Looks like a wing formation. We got 2 tight ends over there on the right. Braylon Russell in the backfield. It will go to Russell. And what a shoot there by number 32, the linebacker for Fresno State, flying down in there to make that tackle. 2nd and goal now after a loss of 1. 2nd and goal at the 9. Going to a little bunch strong nasty. That RPO. This is a good RPO. I like this one a lot. As long as that outside corner is not on a hard flat or it's not manned up. Yeah, that's just a good RPO. They all drop back, your 2 slot receivers, and well, I guess it's 1 slot receiver and your tight end, I think. Able to get out there, get some blocks, setting them up. 3rd and goal at the 4. Let's see if Louisiana Tech can finish this drive with a touchdown and tie this one back up. Let's see what they are going to go to here. Going back to that same kind of, I think we ran this play earlier, at least something very, very similar. kind of overloading that left side, maybe looking for that curl, not there. Maybe have circle, but instead just keep it with your dang self. There's that speed of Ricky Collins coming into play. We were wondering if we were going to see any quarterback runs, and we certainly do. Louisiana Tech punches one in to tie this game up, and that'll send us to our next game break of Tulsa and FIU. The Panthers looking to tie this one back up, still down by 7, 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. First and goal at the 8-yard line, and this Tulsa defensive line, look at the block shedding. These guys flying in there, but we're able to hit that RPO, almost stretch that all the way outside and get to that corner. Not quite able to pick up 1 yard. Second and goal at the 7, staying in the shotgun, going with some quick slants. But yeah, this Tulsa defensive line is freakish. They are so good. Here they come on the stunt, untouched, right through the middle, strip, sack, scooped by big boy number 91. And we need a little better effort there from number 72 on FIU. He kind of stumbles, tripped over his shoes, but then number 91 runs out of gas, and Wes just get on the deck, buddy. Just get down. The strip sack keeps Tulsa in the lead there and sets them up in scoring position. Now we got Fresno State on the move here again, down to Louisiana Tech's 28-yard line. A 1st and 10, 4.5 minutes left here in the second. Some double mug zone defense from Louisiana Tech, going for that deep corner, but we got the outside corner over there. Height, not a problem. Where they? Yeah, Louisiana Tech had the short secondary, but he still gets up and goes and makes a play on it, gets the interception. Louisiana Tech taken back over at their own 1-yard line, keeping this one a 7-7 ball game. Huge play by that outside corner. Yeah, let's just jump ahead a little bit here. It was a 3 and out there for Louisiana, so Fresno taking the ball right back, going with a little RPO out to the Givens tree, who again bounces one outside. That's the second time we have seen Gary Givens III take a little pass and make a lot out of it. Howie Mandel always appreciates that kind of effort, because guess what? Those pass yards count just the same as if we chucked one down the field. Instead, it's Givens doing all the work. 8 for 10, 152 yards here for Mandel so far, as Fresno looks to take the advantage right back. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. First and goal, going back to the RPO. Goes with a little hitch to number 5, Devin Miles. I would walk... What is it? Oh God, what is that song? I would walk 5,000. I don't remember the number, but he walked a lot of miles. Well, he didn't really. That was a pretty short touchdown, but touchdown. Fresno State Bulldogs taking that 7-point lead right back. Now a minute to go in the half. Louisiana Tech facing a 3rd and 12. You hate to give the ball back to Fresno in this situation. I don't remember who started with the ball. I think Fresno did. So if we can tie this up and get the ball to start the second half, that puts us in a pretty good spot. Going with that stem down corner. He's got it. He's got the corner. Oh, he's buying time. Finds square over the middle of the field. Ricky Collins using his mobility to dance around in that pocket and wait for Trevor Ford to clear over the middle. What a huge 3rd down conversion there from Louisiana Tech. Keeps the drive alive, puts them into scoring territory here. 50 seconds and ticking away before halftime. A little more empty here. A couple wheel routes, a drag from this is an interesting looking play. I like the looks of this. Tries to go with a quick drag, but that defensive line just flying on in there. That's definitely be a big problem, I think, for Louisiana Tech, is just the offensive lines are so bad. Like, even my offensive line is bad, and I'm on year 3 with my team. Taking over a brand new team, you really have to try to prioritize where you want to attack in the transfer portal, and I think he made the right decisions. I like how the Louisiana Tech is set up, but that just is going to kind of leave you weak on the offensive line, and there's really not a whole heck of a lot we can do about it, but we do get guys like Braylon Russell who can catch one in the flat, make a man miss, pick up 5 yards, 30 seconds. Clock's still ticking here. No timeouts taken by Louisiana Tech. Only 1 remaining for Fresno State. Going back to our empty, back to this little flood concept again. We're going to have the flat. We're going to have a stem down corner route. We have the street, goes for the corner out right over the noggin of number 12 on Fresno State, right on your head, buddy. That is Jay Simon on the stem down corner for the Louisiana Tech touchdown, which I believe will just take us to halftime here with about 13 seconds to go. So with that, let's do one last game break here of Tulsa and Florida International. It is now 28-0 for Tulsa. The defensive line has just been wreaking havoc on FIU all day long, and they will do so one more time here. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at Tulsa's 44. Going with some empty against a double mug look, just trying to get something going here, trying to overload that right side, try to get somebody deep here. But the defensive line, look at that block shed by that defensive tackle, and gets another strip sack, and gets scooped, and gets scored. Touchdown Tulsa, 35-0. The defensive line just absolutely hollering at poor Rhett in his FIU Panthers. That one ends up 42-0. Only 199 yards of offense for Tulsa. Really shows the defensive performance from that line. They were just all over the Panthers all day. So Tulsa starts off, I believe, 1-0. FIU, a tough 0-2 start, but he went against two like 89 overall teams in the Mountain West. So things could be much worse. All things considered, that's a tough road to go down. So elsewhere throughout the Dynasty, we'll just do a full little update here. We did have two other user games, actually. Like I said, we just didn't really have any footage of either of them, but one, we'll go ahead and pause this because we're at halftime. One of them being Sam Houston, another new team in the Dynasty, taking on Navy. Sam Houston, Conference USA, Navy in the American Navy, able to pull off that win, 34-21. Pretty even total yards, 380 for Navy, 365 for Sam Houston. I believe Caleb Hawkins, the new Navy halfback, was the star of the show for the midshipmen. 20 rushes for 127 yards, 2 touchdowns as a team, 17 for 19 passing, 21 for 31 for Sam Houston. I'm wondering if it was maybe some turnovers. Yeah, 3 turnovers for Sam Houston to 0 for Navy. That's pretty hard to come back from. So Navy starts their season off with a victory over Sam Houston State. Elsewhere, our last user game, Southern Miss taking on James Madison, fresh off their undefeated regular season last year. Unfortunately, did lose in the American Conference Championship game, which kept them out of the playoff, but they are back with a vengeance, winning this one 31-6, holding Southern Miss to 138 yards of offense. I'm interested to see, whenever we can, how James Madison has been playing defense this year. We know last year he had that cornerback room just absolutely stacked. A lot of jammers, a lot of press man, really good backfield. We can see that again with 17 rushes for 238 yards and 4 touchdowns, 16 for 17 passing for JMU. What was the turnovers like here? 2-1. Not too bad there. 1 fumble lost, 1 interception, but a 31-6. James Madison looks to be out for blood this season. Let's just take a look at everybody, even their games against the CPU, and see how everybody in the Dynasty did here in week 1. Starting off in the American Conference, we got Bowling Green at Ohio State. That game has not been played yet. I'm recording this pretty early in the morning, so he's got a few hours still before advance, so we'll see if he ends up playing that one. Buffalo heads into the Big House and drops 12-7, a tough one there. That Michigan defense is probably no joke on Heisman difficulty. Number 25, Marshall gets the win against Coastal Carolina. Toledo heads into Lubbock and knocks off number 21, Texas Tech. They start the season 0-2, Toledo 1-0. Army gets the win against Akron. Temple beats FCS, and we saw Sam Houston and Navy. Now on to the CUSA. We're waiting on UAB to play FCS again. You got a few hours. Hopefully UAB is able to get that one done. Or else, if you don't play, it's just a fair sim against the computer, and whatever happens, happens. North Texas able to handle FCS Midwest fairly easily there. Louisiana heads into New Orleans and puts an absolute whomping on the Green Wave. 82 points. The Louisiana team is going to be a wrecking ball this year, I'm afraid. But not going down easy is going to be Texas State. They head into College Station number 2, Texas A&M. And the Bob Kitties pick up a gigantic early season victory, 28-20 over the Aggies. Speaking of huge ranked wins, Rice at home against SMU, 45-21. Number 11 SMU goes down to Rice. USA just playing spoiler all across the country throughout this season. We saw Southern Miss fall to James Madison. We saw Sam Houston lose to Navy. And then our last game is actually blocked out because I don't want to spoil it. Look at me, actually planning ahead. So let's head over then to the Mountain West, where we've got a couple guys still hopefully going to get their games in. San Diego State at Eastern Michigan. That one hasn't happened yet. Another gigantic upset is number 6 Oklahoma. I don't even know if this one would count as an upset. Number 6 Oklahoma at the defending national champion, number 13 Utah State Aggies. Utah State pulls off the win in Logan there. New Mexico State heading to Texas. This was a game that wasn't even supposed to happen. I apologize again for messing up your custom schedule there. This was supposed to be an FCS game. I guess it just didn't save or something, but you ended up putting up a heck of a fight there against Texas. 20-31, losing at Texas. That's going to happen. That's fine. UNLV drops one to USC. USC is always a pain in these. Like, their offense is always so difficult to stop. Colorado State hopefully going to get their game in against Arizona. Then we saw Tulsa and FIU, and again saving Louisiana Tech and Fresno State. Now headed to our last conference, the Sun Belt, where FCS Southeast got put through the ringer here. Not only did they lose 55-7 to Georgia Southern, they also lost 55-9 to East Carolina, gave up 55 to both teams, lost a combined 110-16. That's tough sledding. Southern Miss and JMU, we saw that one. USF knocks off Ball State. Appalachian State heads to Duke, a little in-state rivalry there, unable to get the win against the ranked Blue Devils. And Tulsa and FIU, we saw that one. So that is a quick update of how everybody is sitting here so far in week one. Let's get back to our Louisiana Tech and Fresno State game, where it is Louisiana Tech ball here to start the second half. About a minute and a half gone by here. Ball at the 50, first and 10. Going to the little 5 wide, all go. A little shake route underneath, wide open. Looks like maybe it was some match coverage there from Fresno State. So we take our little check down to number 39, gets running, gets some guys missing, and picks up a huge gain. That's Mitch John Wilkes Booth picking up the yardage there for Louisiana Tech. Now we're getting some momentum. Now we're getting some pace going a little hurry up, staying. Oh no, now we're audibling down to pistol. Oh gosh. Going from 5 wide, audibling down to pistol. Some nasty work there from Louisiana Tech. Going with a run to Mitch Booth, picking up 5 yards. It's nice to have that Booth as a good backup option. Yeah, we have Braylon Russell, who's a stud halfback, but then having Mitch Booth to come in for these 5 wide sets and then audibling down to pistol. Very, very good option here as well. Let's see how Louisiana Tech is going to finish this drive. 2nd and 5, ball at the 13, going with a heavy set. Heavy I form, couple tight ends, fullback back there. Braylon Russell in the backfield waiting for the rock. It is going to be a run to Russell. Hesitates a little, trying to wait for his blocks to set up, but those big boys up front of Fresno State not letting him get any room. A single back bunch ace here to try to pick up this 3rd and 5. Out route, little trail route there on our other tight end. Got the drag if we want it. Goes for the trail right over the middle of the field. Oh, number 10 on Fresno. Could have stepped in front of that, but I think he just wanted to lay a hit there on the tight end, and he does. Knocks that one out. 4th and 5. Are we going to just take the lead here, or are we going to get aggressive and go for it? I think I like the idea of taking the points and just trying to get the lead. The stadium pulse, the actual stadium pulse is on the top right. The bottom left stadium pulse is just some guy dancing with the stadium pulse going on. So we'll see if we can hit the kick. It is up, and it is no good. The Fresno home crowd rattles the kicker, misses that kick out to the right, keeps it a tie ball game. And Fresno got a little drive going here onto Louisiana Tech's side of the field at the 49-yard line, going with a big, heavy single back set. 3 tight ends out there. Give it to Deion Rivers. Little guy finds big room, gets a 9 yards, 2nd and 1. 2 minutes and change left here in the 3rd quarter. Staying in our big, heavy single back set. Again, the 3 tight ends, Deion Rivers, Howie Mandel back there. Instead, we go with the play action pass. Pressure gets to him, but what a ball by Mandel. Gets it to Gavin Correa, the 71 speed tight end, somehow outruns the entire Louisiana Tech defense and finds pay dirt. Touchdown Fresno. Quickly takes advantage of that missed field goal. Now pressure on the Bulldogs and Ricky Collins. Let's see what they got. Gravediggers has been off to a good start here on this drive, pushing it all the way to Fresno's 44-yard line. Just over a minute left in the 3rd, down by 7. Going back to our little dagger play, takes our little check down to number 23, Jermaine Price, able to find some yardage there, and a roughing the passer. That Fresno State defense letting the Bulldogs off the chain a little bit too much. They go and bite Ricky Collins, costing them 15 yards. Little tray 4 wide here from Louisiana Tech. Just under a minute to go here. Looks like just a quarterback run to Ricky Collins. It is indeed. But those big boys up front of Fresno, they've been doing a great job against the run here so far, especially on those quarterback runs. Really giving Collins nowhere to go on those so far. So 42 seconds left. Ball at the 17, down by 7. Staying in a bit of a heavier defense, going back to that Z spot or whatever this play is called, that flood going over there on the right. That corner route has been open every time we have called this play so far. Let's see how it will go this time. He's trying to decide how he wants to stem his guys. The stadium pulse, I think, is getting to Ricky Collins a little bit. Not quite able to set that one up how he would like. Doesn't have the corner route, but we do have the little spot route right over the middle of the field, setting us up for a 3rd and 3. which also brings us into the fourth quarter. So 6 minutes left in this ball game. Louisiana Tech trailing by 7 here in Fresno. See what they are going to draw up to try to punch this one in and tie this ball game up. Oh, okay, so we got another little spot route on circle, a whip route on square, kind of a deep post over there. We should have the whip if we have time. Oh my goodness. What a ball by Ricky Collins. Defender right in his face, somehow doesn't get brought down. Somehow threw that one right on the money. I am just in shock. There is Trevor, built Ford tough. Trevor Ford, with I believe his second touchdown of the day, is going to tie us up at 21. Fresno's looking to get that lead right back here. 3rd and 5 at their own 30 after a touchback on the kickoff. Seeing if what we can draw up here. Looks like, yeah, blitz coming. Here comes the stunt. Just go for that quick drag, and somehow Givens has made plays on those all game. Those drags, those RPOs, just getting it to Givens. 3 catches, 99 yards, unable to outrun the defender there. Brings him down just short of the sticks. Now a 4th and 1, and Fresno is getting aggressive, going back to that single back wing tight. We can't fully sell out on the run here, as we saw him hit that play action touchdown somehow to Gavin Correa earlier. Let's see what the play call is going to be for Fresno. Looks like we are definitely watching the run, pinching our line, bringing everybody down to the box, try to shoot that gap. Big boy 97 on Louisiana Tech, just rips that defender off of him, just gets him off balance, throws him down to the dirt, and makes the tackle on Deion Rivers. Louisiana Tech's defense comes up huge there, gets a 4 and out essentially, giving Ricky Collins the ball back here at the 34. The tie ball game, just over 4 minutes to go. Jermaine Price tries to get a run going up the middle, but again, that Fresno State run defense, that's been a thing we've kind of seen throughout this entire game. They have been absolutely everywhere, giving them no room to breathe. I like the looks of that post. I do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I love the looks of that post. We had it. Oh, we did have the post, but that defensive line was flying in a little bit. So we just take our curl route over there on the right to Javen Boggs, Boss Hog himself. Catches that curl route, sets us up for a 3rd and 3. I like the looks of that corner over there on triangle again. How that defense is lined up. Either that's open or your curl is. Okay. Oh, go for the check down there on the angle route. Gets knocked out. 4th and 3 now. Fresno just got really aggressive and went for it on a 4th and 1. Louisiana Tech, after missing that field goal earlier, decided we are not trusting that kicker in this situation. 4th and 3. We got to trust Ricky Collins and this offense to be able to pick this one up for us. We're going back to our little, I don't remember what this place called. Daggers. It's some version of dagger, essentially. Quick out. Nope. Over on the right, we got shaded underneath. Everybody shaded underneath. Just the little 5-yard hooks, unable to stay back on number 15. Boss Hog once again stepping up huge for Louisiana Tech. Gets over those 5-yard hooks, runs into the end zone, giving them a 7-point lead. 3.5 minutes to go here in Fresno. But Spoof Man's Bulldogs are biting right back, already into Louisiana Tech territory. Just over 3 minutes to go, down by 7. Just RPOing them to death, giving it to the Givens tree. If it's there, nothing wrong with just taking that. I don't hate it. It's gotten them this far. So 2nd and 3, 3 minutes to go. I mean, he's got Louisiana Tech just going heavy in the box here, really trying to watch that RPO. And this time it is an all go, and we lob one up there, and it is caught. I believe that, yes, diehard Jaleel McLean goes up on the little guy's secondary of Louisiana Tech and dunks on him, brings it down, and now Fresno's going to go for 2. We saw them get really aggressive on that 4th and 1 on the drive beforehand. Staying very aggressive here, going for 2. Nobody open though, just nobody open. Great defense by Louisiana Tech. The pressure is able to get in there. I didn't see anybody open on that. What a catch though by diehard McLean. Go make it even a 1-point game. I like the aggressiveness. I like the idea of going for it. But now Louisiana Tech up by 1, 2:53 to go. See if we can't just run out the rest of this clock. So far, so good for Gravediggers Bulldogs. 28-27 still, 3rd and 14. They have gotten it to Fresno's 35. Fresno out of timeouts, 1:07 to go. With the 40-second play clock, how aggressive do we want to get here? First down obviously ends the game. Run, almost ends the game, but not quite. We had the quick flat. See, that time he was not shaded underneath. That was that same play Louisiana Tech scored the touchdown on earlier, but it was against the shaded underneath defense, so all the hooks were staying down at 5 yards. That time they were not, so they were back and ready for that deep dig. 4th and 12, 50 seconds to go. And I mean, really, that worked out really well. So you kill the extra time being able to run around with your quarterback a little bit and then keep the clock moving afterwards. So 4th and 12, I mean, I feel like you gotta just punt this, right? Why risk giving him the ball at the 33? We can try to punt one out of bounds inside the 10. I don't know, we'll see what he ends up doing. The call has been made. They are going to stay aggressive and try to just fully put this one away here. Going with that stem down corner route over there on the left. Deep dig on circle. Quick out to 85. I mean, we got to just be looking corner. We had the corner. Ooh, we had the corner. We take the check down though. Nobody around Braylon Russell, but he gets forced out of bounds. Fresno State still technically has a shot here. 15 seconds to go, out of timeouts. But remember, the clock does stop if we pick up a first down. So if we're able to get a huge chunk here and have 5 seconds on the clock, that's enough time for us to get up and spike one. If we take 10 seconds and just get a huge gain, we got life. So trips to the short side, only rushing 3. We should have time. We go for a quick one underneath. See, that wasted 5 seconds though to only get 7 yards. I don't know. I just feel like we got to try to push one a little bit deeper than that. 10 seconds, another 3-man rush. That D tackle gets in there pretty quick. Whoa, I don't know. I don't know quite what happened there, but we were able to hit that corner route. Ball at the 45, 6 seconds. I mean, if we can hit that same exact thing, he's looking for it. Maybe one of the streaks. Yeah, you just got to chuck something up there as time runs out. Ball tipped around. Oh my God. I thought he caught that. I thought that was tipped and caught. And a touchdown for Fresno. It got tipped right to him. Wow. Oh, wow. So now ball's at the 40. Oh, we do have to Hail Mary. I was going to say, if we have a good enough kicker, 57 yards, it's tough kick, but it's not impossible. If you have a good enough kicker. For ODU, it would be impossible. So we're chucking up the Hail Mary. It's going up. The short... I mean, with how short Louisiana Tech secondary is, I thought there was a good shot that one was going to get caught, but it is intercepted, and that is game over. Congratulations, Gravediggers. Welcome to the Dynasty. That's a heck of a welcome. That's a heck of a game. Both of you guys played. Spoofman, Gravediggers. A great game there, guys. A ton of fun to watch, and Gravediggers, we'll see you soon, buddy. ODU's coming to town. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys next time. We'll have our user game against Louisiana Tech will be up next, and then we'll have our game of the week for week 2 after that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next time. Until then, take it easy.